Welcome to Vision Forward's Tech Connect Live, connecting you to the world of assistive technology. And now, here are your hosts, Corey and Luke.
Out of something.
Hello! You join us just as Corey insults me off camera. So the audience
insulted you on mic, though.
On my Corey, you see, the audience doesn't get to see what happens behind the scenes, Corey.
That's actually not true, since we were on the wrong scene.
The camera was on, actually, when it shouldn't have been.
So
but the audience doesn't actually get to see how cruel Corey is behind the scenes.
I compromised in everything with you before we started.
What are you talking about?
With how hot it was, the window, we compromised.
Well, no, you said I'm opening the window. That was basically, I had no say in the matter.
I said, it's too hot in here, let's crack the window. And I know that's compromise because you think it's nice and comfortable, so I'd want the window all the way up, you want it closed.
The window is significantly more than cracked, I will
Is it more or less than halfway open? What? Oh, not
Let's not start
again.
talking about thirds again.
Okay,
please.
so as long as it's less than a half, then you are winning the compromise.
I disagree.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Good morning.
Because you seem to think it's on a variable scale, but actually the real scale is window open or window close, as in warm or cold.
Sure.
And you wanted it cold.
Okay, how about this?
Yeah.
Is it a compromise where we have it open for half of Tech Connect Live and then close it for the second half?
That's perfect.
Is that a compromise?
That's perfect.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
Ladies and gentlemen, here you go. Behind the scenes squabbling
I cannot
brought to
work
light.
in these conditions. It literally is like 80-some degrees.
You can't work in
here.
any conditions.
Do you want to hear? Oh, that's true. Just a quick side note. We were told by maintenance that there's no heat on in this building.
What?
I know.
So where's all the heat come from?
I don't know. It's 80-some degrees.
What?
in here. Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Anywho.
I like the warm, so
I do not.
Doesn't bother me. So basically, for those who don't know, which is basically everybody, about what?
If they like the heat or not.
Oh yeah, put it in the comments if
prefer
you
to
like
have
the
a
heat.
hot room or a cold room?
For those
Sorry,
for those who don't know, the building that we work in is either ridiculously cold or ridiculously warm. There is no in between.
Although I won't complain because there are other parts of this building that it's always hot.
I want to go there. Why can't I work in those parts?
It's pretty much outside this wing. The lobby's always hot.
Oh yeah, I
all
like it in
summer.
the lobby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Corey, you'll notice that, or if you don't, I will tell you. Corey has a shirt on, as in a short sleeve shirt.
So let's put this. Wait, stop. I always have a shirt on. You make it seem like sometimes I do Tech Connect Live without a shirt on.
Maybe that'll be the after hours
show.
show.
I have a short sleeve shirt.
A short sleeve shirt on, and I have a long sleeve shirt and a sweater on. And the long sleeve shirt is also made of thick fabric too. And I'm still cold. Anyway, hope everybody is doing well. I'm recovering from a cold, so hopefully you won't catch it, Corey. That would be bad.
I hope not.
Next week is Vision. No, the next week is Dining in the Dark.
Yeah, on Thursday is our signature fundraising event, Dining in the Dark.
Yes. Corey and I will be the hosts this year for the first time.
Yep. For any staff members watching, this is not what we're going to be like. We won't be talking about me with my shirt off. So
That's a shame.
don't worry about that.
I'm going to have to rewrite my whole script now. But yes, hopefully that will be a fun event for all involved. If you haven't got your ticket yet, well, it's about time you did so. You can call us, 414-615-0100, and ask for Corey, probably.
We might be sold out.
Oh, we're sold out,
But
okay.
give us a call anyways, because maybe we aren't. So give us a call. Ask for Susan.
Ask for Susan, and otherwise you can join us next year. Or join us remotely. You can't actually do that, but we should do that.
Well, I mean, you could.
How?
I don't know. Think about that.
There you go, you heard it here first.
Think about that.
You can join us remotely, but we don't know how.
Yeah.
So.
We'll let you know after the fact.
Well, you can always join us. You can join us, if nothing else, you can join us in spirit by donning a blindfold and eating a 4-course meal.
Yes.
Yes, and then donating to us. So that's always an option. Alicia says we have Dining in the Dark here too in Rockford next week on November 14th at the Radisson Hotel and Convention Center here in town, and I will be attending. That's awesome.
Who's hosting
Yeah, I was
it?
going to say, who's putting that on? Is it... there is an eye center in Rockford, and I completely forgot what the name of it is.
Rockford Eye Center.
No, I don't think it.
Okay.
I don't think it's eyes. Maybe it's them, or maybe it's the Chicago Lighthouse. Although I don't think they do a dining in the dark thing. But either way, let us know who's putting that on.
Who's doing it?
Yeah, and then we'll send them nasty letters because they're doing the same thing as us.
Cease and assist.
Cease and desist. Anyway, so today we are talking Smart Vision 3 again.
Yes.
We did it last week, but we just felt like we were kind of having to rushing through stuff because there was a lot to cover and we only have 45 minutes. And we also talked too much at the start and all the way through.
Which didn't change, actually.
Which didn't change today, unfortunately. But yeah, people, it seemed to do well on the YouTubes and stuff. So we figured that there must be some interest in it. I guess we'll find out, how much there is with this video. But
well, we didn't get a chance to dive into actual apps.
Exactly.
I think we did just a tiny bit. But today we want to focus on some of the apps that it has and some more, not basic, but even taking a look at the phone app, the calendar app, things like that.
The stuff that people would probably want to know about?
Yeah.
That's
and then some of the fun ones too, YouTube, money identification, that kind of stuff.
Now, I will say, unfortunately, Corey and I, being the busy assistive technology professionals that we are, we don't necessarily... Is that for me? Corey just pulled a dollar bill out for some reason. We don't necessarily always have time to, learn these things inside out ourselves. And so that's why we are going to be kind of learning this at the same time as we're showing people it.
I mean, that's always been, in my opinion, that's always been the spirit of Tech Connect Live. We show something, we'll introduce it, but we're not experts in every single piece of technology we pick up. It's impossible.
There are some that we are a lot more versed in than others.
Yeah, and this phone is not something, we don't have a SIM card in it, so it's not like I'm using it or you're using it for a month straight. So yeah, we're going to make mistakes today. We're going to learn. If you have a Smart Vision 3 and we're doing something wrong, throw it in there.
Well, this is the thing, right? Audience participation is very important.
It is very important.
So if
I made a comment 2 weeks ago, how I was annoyed with Android saying the control type first and then the name. So, for example, button start instead of start button. And, to be honest, years ago, I learned that, yes, you can change that. I completely forgot all about that because I don't use Android on a regular basis. Right. So somebody made a very nice comment letting us know about that. And I went in and changed it on this device today. So you'll see that. So, again, we appreciate everybody's participation.
This is a collaborative effort, everybody. Yes. So please do feel free.
Let's get collaborate.
Yeah, please feel free to put things in the chat. Alicia said, oh, thank you. Yeah, the name of the center is Center for Sight and Hearing. Yeah, I've actually been there, although it was a long time ago. But cool. Yes, I have actually been there. And I forget the name of the lady that I worked with. It was a Middle Eastern lady, I believe. And I think she might have got a catus as well. Anyway, doesn't matter. There we go.
All right.
History. So let's flip over. We'll take a look at the phone here. And for those who didn't catch the show last week, just to give you a real quick overview, it's an Android-based smartphone with physical buttons. So there's a full keypad, there are navigation buttons, there is a back button, there is a select button. What are the buttons for the Corey?
So you got on the two on the left are home and menu, and the two on the right are back and what is it? Back and repeats, I think maybe. It repeats the last spoken for. I can't think of it off the top of my head. And then you got the navigation in the middle.
So you can answer calls with physical buttons, hang up calls with physical buttons, dial calls with physical buttons, navigate menus.
You can actually use the entire phone with physical keys if you choose to.
But it is running TalkBack, but rather than having to do gestures on the screen, which is quite large on this, what is it, 3.5 inches?
3.5,
so rather than having to do gestures on the screen, if you struggle with those, then you can use the physical controls instead, but you'll still get the TalkBack audio. So, Corey, what's the first app we're going to take a look at today?
So we're going to just go right from this home screen here, and I'm going to be using physical keys through this whole demonstration today. Except there might be one point where I change that, but we're going to come in here, and we're just going to use the down arrow, and we'll go to the applications list.
And these are all preloaded. You haven't downloaded any, right?
Correct. Now, that's one of the things that we mentioned last time is that it does have Google Play Store, so you can actually download any Play Store app you want, but just know that that could cause some issues because there could be potential accessibility or what you want to call it. Might not be compatible, So here we go. First one we're going to take a peek at, and we're just going to kind of go in order of how they show up on the screen. The first one is called Agenda, and I'm pretty sure that this is one that Smart Vision 3 has specifically on this device. And it's sort of an alternative to the Google Calendar app. Now, the Google Calendar app is on this phone and you can use it, but if you find it maybe a little too complex or it's more than you really need, then the Agenda app might be just fine for you. So we'll go on in.
Agenda. More options. Button.
And we really just have a couple options in here.
Create event. Button.
First option is create event.
Test event. Thursday, November 7th, 2024, 12 p.m., 30 minutes before.
And then we have we get to the list of events that we have.
So it's not like a calendar per se. It's literally just presenting you with a list of events that you've created.
Basically, more of an agenda.
Yeah, that makes
exactly.
sense, yeah.
Yep. Now, the one thing I didn't look at, well, let's take a look really fast.
Just before we do, Ken from San Jose, California, hello.
Hello, Ken.
That's all I wanted to say. He
thank you.
He said hello. And also, I'm excited that we have somebody from California.
Oh, it's early there. It's what, 9? 9:11?
It's 9:12, Corey. Let's get it right.
Sorry. All right, let me go. I haven't looked at what's in the More Options button that was up at the top there.
Yeah.
I'm just curious what they might show us. So let's go in there quick.
Button. Pop-up window. Delete all.
So we can delete all of our agenda events.
Default ringtone.
This one allows us, when you create an agenda event, there is a spot for ringtone, which basically is your alert tone, which you can set to be at the time of the event, 5 minutes, 10, 15, a day before. This will allow you to set a default ringtone so you don't have to change it each time if you don't want to. And that's it. So not a whole lot in the old More there.
I mean, that's something to be said for simplicity, though.
There is, and that's, I think, what's interesting about this is that, again, if the Google Calendar, although that works, if you find it to be a little bit much, then this is a really good fit for you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go through creating an agenda event because it's really as simple as event name, time, and choosing when you want to be alerted. There's also an option for reoccurring, but we'll actually get into a little bit more of creating things with contacts and stuff too. So I don't know that we need to dive into actually creating an agenda event.
Okay.
So that is agenda, quick and snappy. So let's use our back button.
Agenda.
And we'll keep moving down and we'll find our next one we want to do. Now, we're not going to do them all, so we're going to skip over a bunch.
Application updates. Assistant. Banknote recognizer.
But let's do this one. We have Banknote Recognizer. Now, I'm going to have to pick my phone up off the table for this one.
Recognizer.
But it should be a live camera view now, so I'm just going to lift the phone. I'm going to put the dollar here and lift the phone up.
Wait, you just said how much it was. You ruined the surprise.
Oh, well, you said it earlier.
Oh, yeah.
So it's really quick. Again, for those that are blind, I'm going to tell you, I'm putting it over now.
$1.
So it's almost instantaneous.
Hey, Corey, just a little thing here. It also flashes up on the screen in very large font the dollar amount, too.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Let's try the back. I don't think it's going to make any difference, but just curious.
$1.
Yep, again, perfect.
Now,
So-
interestingly, they on the screen, how do you think it presents? With the dollar sign, then the one, or the one, then the dollar sign?
It's probably $1 because it's not an American-based phone,
Yes.
right?
So it is, so the number one and then the dollar sign. Very good.
Yeah, thank you.
Clever guy.
All right, so that's it for a bank identifier. It's as
I mean,
simple as just-
there's not a lot more you can really show with that.
just
But I
using
mean,
your back camera.
I think the point is, though, it was very snappy and it worked really well.
Yeah.
A quick question, actually, Corey. Should we do this? Should we try folding the note into a third?
Sure.
Since third seems to be the theme of today. And just seeing if it can recognize it when it's folded.
Do I have any other? Any other denominations?
Oh wait, there you go.
Oh yeah, we got some.
I was just about to say you're a man with 2 children. Of course, you don't have any any other denominations.
No, not particularly. Although hopefully my mother-in-law is not watching, but every time she picks my kids up, which is usually a couple times a week, she gives them each $5.
Oh, nice.
But then I put it in a drawer and then I use it all the time.
That's so nasty.
Well, not particularly, because the kids, we never say no to them, so they pretty much get anything they want. So, all right, first I just want to try this other bill real quick, then we'll fold it.
$5.
Yep, perfect. All right, real quick. I'm assuming it's a 5.
It's a 5, yeah.
All right, let's fold it here. First, we'll fold it. Well, we'll fold it in thirds right away. Ooh, this is going to be tough. I'm guessing this isn't going to work.
I don't think so. I'd be amazed if it did.
Well, first of all, it won't work, I can tell you, probably because there's no denomination.
No,
showing.
let's just test it, though, just
So
in case.
I don't know how
just
it
in case,
could.
let's do it. No.
Yeah, nothing.
So at the moment it's
But
folded so that the denomination is not
now
visible.
I've got it so the denomination should be showing
Yeah, it is now, so let's...
in the corner here, and let's just try it.
Oh.
No. But
Okay.
let's try
That's
half.
true. It should be able to do it upside down, though.
Yeah, I think it'll do it. Let's try half.
$5.
Hey.
Yep, so I can do it folded in half, just not folded in thirds again. Well, I guess that wasn't technically well, yeah, I guess it was.
Let's not get into this conversation again. Tom Persky from Prescott, Arizona says, all the best to you guys. Where can I purchase this phone? Well, Tom, of course, you can purchase it from vision-forward.org.
Well, that's actually not. We're not technically carrying it.
Okay, I take it back. Yeah. You can purchase it from Raz Mobility, Tom. That was the same people who did the Odin phone. I'm sure you remember that one from back in the day. And the Lucia, yeah.
Lucia.
But we carried the Odin at the Lighthouse, and I can't remember if Tom was still there at that time or not. But thank you for watching, Tom, and I hope you enjoyed all the cruises that you seem to be taking recently.
He's probably on a cruise right now.
Probably is. All right.
Let's get out of bank. Yeah. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Yes.
All right, let's go to
Book Reader.
We're going to skip Book Reader. Again, I'm not going to go over these, why we're skipping
Let's just talk about that real quick, though, because I'm assuming it connects to all of those weird European book services.
Well, I don't know that they're weird, but yes. Yeah, like Gutenberg. Is it Gutenberg?
Yeah,
no.
Gutenberg.
Yeah, I think you'll see this, the Blind Shell Classic has it, and you'll see that Europe has a much better access to public domain libraries and things like that, where this phone here in the United States, I don't think there's much you can really do outside of loading them up yourself.
Yeah, I wonder if they have Bookshare.
Well, I'll look real quick, but I'm almost positive they don't.
Now, just quickly here, Adrian just put in the chat, can you show moving through the Alexa settings with the up and down buttons? And Corey, I know that Adrian asked this last week, and you had deleted the Alexa app, and I'm assuming you have not re-downloaded it.
That is good, but we can maybe do Play Store and then download it.
Yeah, the one question that we actually have, we have to at least try and answer it.
But yeah, we can pull it up though.
Yeah.
Okay. Camera.
Okay, so let me just go into
Calculator. Book Reader.
Let's go into Book
Reader. Do you want to start 15 days trial period?
Oh, so Book Reader, I did not notice. So there are a couple apps. So the two I've come across now is this Book Reader and then the Captain GPS, where they are not free right off the bat. So there is in this case, a 15-day trial.
So I wonder, is that connecting to Audible or what service?
I doubt it, but we'll have to do a little research and maybe.
Jonathan, if you could maybe look up the phone and see if you can figure out what the Book Reader service is connected to.
I'm not going to start a trial because it's on my personal Gmail account, so I don't want to get charged. But we'll either look it up now or we'll put it in the comments.
Jonathan is on the case, so hopefully we'll figure that out.
All right, here we go. Let's go back.
Do you want to skip cancel? Button. Applications. Book Reader.
All right, let's keep moving
Calculator.
down.
Calendar.
So we'll pop into the Google Calendar really quickly here, just to show the little difference between the agenda and the calendar. If we go on in.
Calendar. Show calendar list and settings drawer button.
This first, we're at the top here. The first option here allows us to basically choose which type of view do we want. Daily, weekly, monthly, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So you can go in there. Otherwise, we'll just use our down arrow.
November. Search button. Jump to today button. Signed in as Corey Ballard Knox. Sunday, the 27th of October.
So now we're going to be getting into months. Now, I know on November 5th, there was an event on the calendar, so we'll go there.
Monday, Tuesday, the 29th of October. Friday, Tuesday, the 5th of November. One item.
And if we hit
this is one item.
Enter.
Tuesday, the 5th of November, 2024. Open schedule view.
And if we come down.
Election day, general.
You'll actually see what's on that. Now, if I keep coming down again,
create new event.
I can go ahead and create a new event on this date if I want.
And so for typing in the names of events and things like that, we do have the old T9 typing. And so 2 is ABC, 3 is DEF, 4 is, what comes after F? GH. Thank you. So you can type in your events like that, which is a little cumbersome, but it works.
But you can use dictation as well, and we'll show that when we create a contact.
Do we have a dedicated dictation button?
Same button on the side that we use to bring up Google Assistant. To make phone calls and send texts and some of the things you would typically do with Gemini or Google Assistant, that's the same button you'll use. So we'll show it actually when we do contacts.
Okay, Corey, I just wanted to let you know, because I just remembered, I had a dream last night that you and I were at a big conference, and we had 3 hours to give a talk, and I was supposed to do half of it, and you were supposed to do half of it. The talk was on AI, and I talked for so long that I took up all the time, and you were really sad.
I was so sad.
I just remembered that.
Did I have a shirt on?
That's a good question.
All right, let's go. Let's keep going. So, again, we're not diving totally deep into all of these, but I just want people to see, how it's kind of looks and what to expect when using the physical keyboard. So let's go back to applications.
Perfect.
Saturday, the 7th of December.
So we'll go up, go back. There we go. And let's keep moving down.
Camera.
No, we don't need to take any pictures.
Chrome.
I have yet to find any information. on the
Colors
book
detection.
reader.
Okay, we still have not got any information on the book reader. Are you on the Raz Mobility website, Jonathan?
Yeah, but it just says it has a book
It
reader.
just says it has a book reader on the website.
We'll keep digging. All right, let's look at color identifier. Now, for anybody that tries to use color identification on their smartphone, you'll know that it doesn't work really well unless you use like Be My AI or something and have AI do the color, then it works pretty darn good.
Oh, really? I never thought about doing that.
But it doesn't do very well straight.
Okay.
So we're going to try it, though.
Drive.
For some reason, I jumped away
Colors
from it.
detection.
There we go. Let's go in.
Colors detection.
Now, this one is
More options.
interesting. It's
Button.
got two choices with color identification. One is where it'll just do straight color identification, so you point and it tells you.
Yeah.
The other option is find a specific color. And so then it'll alert you when it sees it. So let's do color first.
Announce colors.
There we
Can
go.
you do my sweater?
Sure. So I'm gonna take the phone away from the camera, but we'll go ahead and hit OK.
Announce colors.
And now we'll point it at
Black. Brown dark. Brown dark.
brown dark.
Red intense.
Oh,
Red intense. It is red. I'm not sure intense would be the right
Red intense.
okay.
descriptor, but yes, it is red.
So, all right, now let's
Black.
do,
Black.
go
Colors
back here.
detection.
Now let's do
And
find,
color.
and we'll
Find
go,
color. Red.
and we're gonna go down and find black in the list.
Okay.
Black.
There we go.
How did you know it was at the bottom?
I didn't. I knew it was down farther, and I just kept going because I tried it earlier. I didn't actually mean to stop right on it. But that was pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead.
Quick question here, Corey. I wonder if you could have used your T9 here to type in a B for black. and find
I
it.
probably could have.
Yeah.
We can in other places, so
Yeah.
I bet you
Just
that
a
would have
thought.
worked. Yeah.
Just a thought.
All right, so I'm gonna choose black. I'm gonna hit OK on it.
Searching black.
And now,
More options.
when I
Button.
turn it towards my shirt,
Yeah.
we should hear a beep. So we hear nothing. There it goes. Let's try again.
Okay.
Real quiet.
It's quite
You might
quiet,
not be
yeah.
able to hear it, but it's just making like a.
Ring.
Let's see if I can turn it up. That might work. There you go.
Okay, so that's just letting you know it's found the color.
Yep. And now if I turn
Okay.
my away from my shirt, now you can see it's not doing it anymore.
Yep.
So it'll just make that beeping noise when it. And now it's doing it because I put the camera flat on the table,
the camera
so it's
is
seeing black.
covered, so it's seeing black.
Red.
So that's kind of cool. I mean, I
like that.
could see that maybe if you were in your closet or something that
Yeah.
you were trying to find a specific color.
Yeah.
It's different. I don't know that I've seen it in any other color identifier apps. Now, I don't use them very often, so you might say, Corey, that's a total, that we see that all the time.
And
But
it actually makes me wonder whether these are custom apps or whether they're kind of piggybacking off of other apps, you know?
yeah, I think some of these are probably custom, but I'm not sure. That's a great question.
Yeah.
All right, that's a color identifier. Let's keep going back.
Colors detection.
Or I'm
Find
sorry,
color.
colors detection.
Colors detection.
Applications. Colors detection.
There you go.
Contacts.
All right, let's go into contacts here. So we showed contacts in our last one, and what we focused here on, one of the things that was kind of a bummer, but I've gotten used to it, is that with the up and down arrow navigation, you have to go through a number of things before you actually get to your list of contacts. Now, I think you made a good point where it was like, yeah, that there is extra things you're hearing, but if you know I'm just going to keep hitting this until I hear the name I want, you can sort of ignore that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to exactly show you how to navigate through your contacts because it really is as simple as just down arrowing till you get to your contact and hitting enter on it.
Although I assume that you can also use T9
You
to type
can, and there is a search field too that you can search for.
Yeah.
But instead, I just want to show quickly how to add a contact because I think in a lot of cases that is a task that's difficult on a smartphone touchscreen, at least for clients we work with.
Yes.
So I'm going to go into contacts.
Contacts.
Although I assume
Search
with the,
contacts.
and I don't know
Edit
this for
box.
sure, but I wonder whether with the new iPhone, with the Apple Intelligence, you'll be able to create a contact
Sure would be
using your
nice.
voice.
It sure would be
yeah.
nice. All right, let's keep coming down now.
Search. Button. Signed in as Corey Ballard. Create contact.
And we'll do
Button.
create contact.
Contacts. Cancel.
And we're going to have a
button.
couple stuff at the top we don't care about where what list you want to save it in and all that kind of stuff. We just want to down arrow until we finally get to first name.
Create save. More option. Save to not. Switch to add contact. First name.
There we go.
There we go.
Box.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and hit OK on it.
Showing first
And as
name.
Luke mentioned, we
First
can use T9 here, so if you know your T9 and you're quick with it, go for it. Otherwise, the top right button on the right spine, the right skinny side, top button, that is our dictation button. If I hold it down, I'll hear a beep and I can dictate. Timothy. I don't think that double beep means it didn't get
Timothy.
it. But, it did get it. Good. Okay.
First name.
So we got Timothy,
Keyboard
and I hit OK in order to accept it, and then
Yep.
it took us back to our main list of our contact
It's a shame it
card
didn't
here.
automatically read back what it had
Sometimes it
typed.
does.
Oh, interesting.
And I believe, though, I can use my left and right arrow keys to review it letter by letter if
sure.
I chose
Yeah.
to. I'm going to down arrow to last name
Last name.
and
Edit
repeat
box.
the steps. Hit
Showing
OK.
last name.
Hold down the side
Last
key.
name. Edit box.
Schmidt.
Schmidt.
There you go. So this time it did put it in.
I've
like
got
it
to
was
ask
supposed
why
to.
Timothy Schmidt.
I don't know. I just made it up.
Okay.
No reason.
T.
I am using my left arrow key.
D. I.
We're going letter by letter.
Yep, and I am. And
reviewing.
remember, I do it left because it usually is going to put your cursor at the end of the dictation.
Yes.
So I'll hit OK to accept that,
Schmidt. Edit box.
and we'll
Last
continue
name.
moving down our
Hidden.
contact card.
Edit box. Company.
I can put a company in. I'll skip that.
Can we could we use the
Plus
company
one.
a second?
Edit.
We can.
Edit box. Company.
Because
Going back
I'm just curious because people's names can be
Oh, how good dictation can do?
because people's names can be tricky.
Yeah.
So what I'm actually interested in, Corey, is can we dictate letter by letter?
Oh my lord. Find out.
Edit box.
All right, I'll spell
Editing
vision
selected.
for. I'll do vision
You just do
space.
vision.
I'll just do
Add
vision.
mode.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Showing Capsi's keyboard.
VISION.
VISION.
Yeah,
End
got
of
it.
Field.
Let's check it though, just to make sure.
N. Space. O.
Uh-oh.
Space.
Uh-oh.
I. Space. F.
Uh-oh.
I. Space. E. Beginning of field.
Okay.
That's a shame. I mean, it got every letter, but for some reason it decided to put a space in between
Yeah, I
them.
bet you if we there again because we're not experts, I bet you there is like maybe you say spell and then do it, or there's probably a phrase because again it is just using Google Assistant to do this. So I'm guessing there's maybe just a phrase we're not aware of. In order, put it in the comments though if you're watching and you know. I don't want to sit here and try them all the different
No,
ways.
that's okay.
But yeah,
wanted to
I
do
think
a
that
quick
was a good
test.
thing to test out.
Jonathan has something to tell us. Jonathan?
So in the manual available on Raz Mobility's website, we
Yes.
do discuss a lot of these apps that come pre-installed,
Okay.
one of which the book reader we
Yes.
had some questions about.
Yes.
Book reader looks like it isn't like an Audible style thing.
Okay.
This is something where you import documents
Oh.
onto your phone over a particular file format structure, and it creates an audiobook for you.
Oh, really?
Listen
Are you
to
using the text-to-speech voice? Okay.
You can, and you can adjust its
VISION.
pitch. You can
Edit
adjust the
box.
speed.
Company.
You can make it loop if it's a document you just want to like keep going over.
Okay. So why
there's
do you have to
organization
subscribe
options.
to it then?
Well, that's why I don't understand it. I'm almost thinking that
They must have the same. Well, the Captain GPS I think is a different company, so they're either using somebody else's app that's a paid app, or Raz Mobility is just thinking, here's we have all to support the development. You pay the phone, and then there's a few apps that maybe we want you to pay for.
And does it
the
say
manual
what?
doesn't mention that you have to pay a subscription
really?
or that you have to pay for anything.
Do you? Does it say what file formats are supported for that?
Yes, it has a list of all the file formats, but mainly it looks like it's including DAISY,
you
DAISY
can import DAISY
2.02,
books?
3.0,
yeah, that would make sense.
EPUB 3,
Oh,
a doc
okay.
file, docx files,
Yeah, that makes
PDF files,
Sure.
and TXT, HTML. Those are the formats that
Okay,
you can
that's pretty cool.
upload either via an actual SD card or plug it in with a cord.
Screen on.
So you could use it to read your DAISY books that you've downloaded from NLS Bard.
Well, not if they. I think they have encryption, so it won't do it. You have, you know what I mean. It has to have. I don't think it can do the encryption
one
that
last
NLS
thing.
does.
If you're a low vision user here, you can change the actual colors of the text and the background in the reader itself.
All right, very nice. Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you.
All right, what's next, Corey?
All right, let's keep going back. Oh, we're still doing contacts.
Oh, yes.
DISION. Delete. Button. +1. Edit
Okay,
box.
so now we've got a phone number field. So again, we'll just put in a mobile number here. And in this case, we'll just use our normal keyboard for it. So 41461501000. And we'll hit OK.
414-615-0100.
Okay.
United
And I'm
States.
keeping coming down.
Delete. Button. Mobile. Edit box. Link. Add phone.
Now,
Button.
we have an add phone button, so if we want to add multiple, we can.
Sure.
I'm not going to keep filling out fields because I think we got a good idea of how to do it. But if we keep coming down.
Add email. Add birthday. Add address. Add to label. Edit box.
We've got all these things you can do. Create your own custom fields if you want.
Cancel. But create contact. Save.
And then we have our save button here, which actually wrapped, I think, back up to the top potentially to get to that save. So not too bad to do a contact.
I mean, I think the interesting thing is here that using the down arrow, you're going to have to go through a bunch of stuff that you're not necessarily interested in.
Yes.
But at least in terms of consistency, you know, if you just keep on pressing that down arrow, you should find what you want, you know?
And I think, and we said this either we said it last time or we said it together, was that it's really snappy.
Yeah.
So you can really get the down arrow going probably even faster than you might particularly be able to swipe. So
yeah, eventually as well. If you're doing something regularly, you probably know how many times you have to press that down arrow.
Exactly.
To get so.
I'm gonna hit the back button, and it's gonna say no. I'm not gonna discard because I'm not gonna put Timothy Schmidt. Now remember, this is creating it in your Google contacts too. So if you've already got an Android phone and you log in with this one and you've had contacts, you're gonna have them pop up too. So.
Corey, should we go to the Play Store and try and download the Alexa app?
Well,
are you feeling adventurous?
Yeah, I guess we can try. I think I might have to log in and stuff. So, well, let's
seriously?
Yeah, well,
let's find out.
Let's find out.
Favorites.
Okay, so let's get out of contacts.
Drive. File. Gemini.
Well, actually, let's just do P for Play Store.
I like it.
Although, there it is. Okay.
Selected.
Let's see if it allows us to go in.
You haven't set up purchase verification.
Okay. It might let us do it because it's free.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
If you share this device,
I don't really want to.
this setting only use password.
So I'm just doing.
Biometrics.
Do I have to use one of them?
Use password.
Okay.
Button.
Well.
Maybe we don't want to do this because I don't want you to have to type in your password.
Exactly. Yeah. I'd prefer not to.
All right, Adrian. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to.
Check. I will do it after though,
okay.
And we'll put it up in the comment on the archived version of this on YouTube. We'll have either myself or Jonathan will put up a post and walk through. And you know what? Maybe we'll even try to record a quick little demo of it or something because I know we said we were going to do it last time. So I want to keep our word.
All right, I like it. So what's the next app?
Okay, let's go back. I don't know if I missed any from.
Gemini. FM rate files.
Okay, let's go. I think the next one is
Gmail,
Maps.
Google.
Oh, actually, we'll do Gmail real quick. All right, I'm just going to show on here really quick how to read an email, just because of time. So we'll do OK, and
Open navigation drawer. Search in mail.
we're going to keep coming down.
Open navigate. Compose.
There was a compose button right there, so obviously that would allow us to create a new one.
Yep.
We're in our inbox, so.
Unread. Important. Undercover tourist. College football is heating up.
So now we're in our list, so I can just down arrow through.
Unread. Royal Caribbean. Unread. Meg Resist.
So we'll keep
Unread.
coming.
Anthony
I want
Kane.
to see if I have one from Jimmy Johns.
Unread. Important.
That's my favorite.
Unread. Important.
Oh, we have a lot of email.
Unread.
Come on, any Jimmy Johns?
Unread.
Oh my gosh.
Important.
Oh.
Jimmy John's.
There you go.
Pickled Jimmy chips are leaving.
Pickles.
Try them before
So
they're
anyways,
gone.
we can go ahead and hit OK.
I don't think I've ever had that pickled
I
chips.
haven't either. And then we can just down arrow through,
Detected.
and we'll be able to
Text.
read
Jim,
the message.
841. Try them before they're gone. Order now.
There
I
you
have a
go.
question, Corey.
Yeah.
If we hold the down button, will it just read continuously? I wonder if there's a way to get it to just read continuously. You know what I'm saying?
So I just held it down. No, what that actually did was take us to the bottom
That makes sense.
of the list,
Yeah, that
holding
makes
it down
Pest.
up to the
Pickled Jimmy chips
top
are
of the
leaving
list.
soon warning.
So I don't know if there's a read all. Let me try real quick. Is there a menu? Nope.
Pop-up
Oh, yeah,
window.
there is. Is there a read? I
Move
doubt
to
there's no read all.
selected.
Oh, you know what you probably have to do
Go on.
is
Mail.
I bet you have to use the gesture.
Okay.
You probably can't do it via the keyboard.
You don't think so?
Yeah, I don't know, because if it's not, unless it's one of the, if you use one of the keypad keys, but that's a very good question, and I don't know.
What is in the menu, Corey, just out of interest? If we open up the menu.
Pop-up window.
Yeah.
Move to. Select.
So we can
So
move to a specific folder.
Snooze. Change labels. Mark not important.
Okay.
Mute. View in light theme. Print.
Okay.
Report spam.
Okay.
Add to tasks.
Yeah.
Help and feedback.
And that's it.
And that's
okay.
it. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I like
Mail.
it.
Text.
I'm surprised it didn't give us an option to reply
Gmail
or
unsubscribe
forward or
from
anything
the
in there, you
sender.
know?
Oh, that's
If
just
you
weird.
didn't sign up to receive
So I
this
hit-
message, unsubscribe.
I hit
button.
1, and,
Yeah.
and it did this unsubscribe thing. Let me go.
Mail. Pissed. Pickle Jimmy chips are.
Let's go back in here. Okay, let's try. I don't know why I keep saying it's PSST, just for those that are curious.
Pickle Jimmy chips
Let's
are
try
running
2.
this morning.
Nothing. 3.
Great.
One.
Oh, you
Unread.
deleted it.
Oh, well, 3 is delete for everybody.
So, I mean, that's kind of cool, though, that you can use
Celebrate
shortcut
Thanksgiving
keys
early with
tied to the
Thanksgiving
buttons.
Yeah.
Firehouse subs logo.
Let's
header
go in
new
there. Let's try.
Thanksgiving
Ooh,
turkey.
Firehouse.
Gobble up the new
4?
Thanksgiving turkey sub.
No,
5,
no,
6,
no,
7,
no,
8,
no,
9,
no. Star, no,
0.
no.
Pound.
That delete.
Undeleted.
That deleted as well.
Oh, but this one, oh no, I can undo it now though.
Yes.
Important. Kate.
Oh, I don't know. That was weird. So there's 2 different ways to delete. I
Two ways
guess,
to
right?
delete and no ways to choose reply. I mean, you could arrow to, I assume you have to arrow to the reply option.
So then what I would do there is I would do hold the up arrow to go up to the top,
Yeah.
and then come down to.
Unread.
You're in your email
I'm
list.
sorry. Let me go in
Apples
here.
for Thanksgiving
Let's go to
40
Honeycrisp.
Apples
That
for
sounds great.
Thanksgiving
If I
40
hold it
different
and go to the
varieties.
top,
Apples
and then
for
hit down
Thanksgiving
arrow.
40 web view. Honeycrisp.com.
Oh, that's weird.
The
Well, actually, in the
Apples
email,
for
though.
Thanksgiving
Yeah, when I.
100 SE.
Oh, that was
period.
weird.
Unsubscribe. Link. No longer want to receive
Huh.
these. Copyright.
So this is
So it
really
just
good.
wraps through the
It does,
email.
but when I tested it today, this morning, it had all of the buttons right there for reply all. That's really weird. I don't know why it won't get to
Gotta
it.
love it.
This could be though an example of when using that touchscreen might be necessary. You might have, because I'm assuming they're up. They used to be up on the
They
top.
seem to be a top right, I
Apples
think.
for Mark unread.
Yeah.
Button.
So now that I've got here,
Now
now
you
if I
can use
try
the
down,
arrows.
More options.
Yeah.
Button. Mail. 6 more options. Mark unread. Delete.
so
Button.
so it's weird. I don't know. We got ourselves stuck in the message there.
Yeah.
And again, this could be, to be honest, this could just be
It could be user
us
error.
not using it all the
Yeah.
time. I mean, again, some of those things you pick up when you use it most often. So.
Now, Corey, we do have Gemini
Plan.
built into the phone,
10:45
the
a.m.
Google
Back in
AI,
stock.
and I'm assuming we can
Touchland
probably send emails via voice as well.
Yeah, you'll be able to. Now, I don't have in order to send or read email using the Assistant or Gemini, there's a Google Workspace extension you have to enable. I have not enabled it.
Okay.
So if I try doing it, if I try reading or sending an email, it tells you to do that.
Yeah.
But I can send a text, though. We can do that really quick.
All right.
This is going to be very similar to what you would do on any voice assistant, especially on using Google Assistant or Gemini.
Yep.
You'll notice with Gemini the voice is different,
Yes.
though. So I'm just going to hold the button down.
List.
Send-
Ask about this screen.
Oops.
List.
It was listening. I hate sometimes. That's the one thing that bugs me.
I know.
Google seems to have an issue where it doesn't know to not talk when the Gemini
it's been
screen
an issue
or
for a long time as well.
Let's try it again. Send a text message to Luke Scriven.
Microphone. Button. Disabled.
Hey, comma, this is working great, bro.
Hey, this is working great, bro. Ready to send it.
Yes.
Sending your message.
Okay. Now it'll error out because we don't have an actual SIM card, so it can't do it. But same with I can have it read my text messages, although I don't have any on this phone. But you can do all that by your voice. Same with setting alarms. All the typical things you would do with your voice.
Yeah, the Gemini voice is quite nice.
Yeah, I like
realistic
it.
sounding. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. All right, we've got 5 minutes, Corey. So do we have any last minute
Let's do
apps to show
YouTube real
here?
quick.
Okay.
Let's say we want to watch something. Let's see if we can watch ourselves on YouTube.
Like right now?
Yep. All right, so I'm going to go to
Home screen isn't respond. Close app.
Oh,
Button.
Oh, dear.
It's not
Home screen.
let's try that again.
Application.
There we go. All right. And I'll hit
Agenda. Selected.
WXY.
X. Y. YT Music. YouTube.
There we go. We'll go into YouTube. And there's actually a voice search button in here. Let's try that.
Disconnected. Shorts. But create. Button. Short. Home. But
See if it's-
action
So we're in
menu.
that tab bar.
Yeah.
View all.
It was
Button.
up at the top last time. Here we go.
Action menu for Smart Vision 3
get
on
it?
YouTube.
I think you're going to find our videos right there, Corey.
Oh, that's weird. I wonder how it knew.
That's a good
Except now I came down. But that's okay. I want to do it.
Cast. YouTube.
I want to use the voice
Cast.
instead and search.
Notification.
Okay.
Search. Button.
There's a search.
All right.
Explore
But I
menu.
thought I saw a
Button.
voice at one point.
All. Selected. News.
Well, maybe I
All.
didn't. Maybe I
Search.
lied.
Button.
Maybe you have to open the
Notifications.
search and
Yeah,
then
let's
it's...
go into search.
Button.
Maybe that was it. I
Five
thought it.
little pumpkins. Selected.
What did that say? Five
Five
little pumpkins?
Voice search.
There's
Button.
voice
There it
search.
is.
All right, let's try that.
Keyboard hidden.
Vision
Allow
forward
YouTube
tech.
to record
Ah, you got all
audio.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
While only this time. Button.
Oh, you can.
While using
using the Vision Forward Tech Connect.
Home. YouTube.
Okay.
Voice
And then we'll
search.
come down.
Button. Cast.
Let's see if we
More
can find it.
options. Button. Vision Forwards Tech Connect.
Hey,
Add
that's
Vision
us.
Forward
Yay.
Tech Connect.
Let's go there.
5.4. Navigate up.
And
Button.
then we'll come down.
Vision Forwards.
and we'll see if we
Cast.
find us.
Search.
so.
But more options. Vision Forwards Tech Connect. 5.46K subscribers. Bullet. Tap to watch live.
Only
Button.
5.46 thousand.
We need more than that.
We need
Come
more
on,
than
people.
that. Come
and
on.
then since we're live, there's a watch live button
Oh, we
right
should do
away.
that.
So let's go
We
ahead and
should
do it.
that.
Go to channel.
This is
Action
like
that's us.
this is like Inception.
Your controls are modified because of
Now,
accessibility services
now
on.
we need to wait until we
Until
come
it catches
live.
up to where we are.
Yeah. And now. No, just kidding. All right, and if I hit.
5.46
On. Minimize.
Okay,
Button.
let's
That's
do
pretty
it.
close.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Vision Forwards
Okay,
Tech
so
Connect.
here's the fun part.
Minimize player.
This is like
Oh,
how
I
to get
minimized
out
the
of here.
player. Yeah.
If you hit the back button enough times,
I
you get
did, but
rid of it.
I minimized.
Hit the X button, the right, yeah, second down on the right side.
YouTube.
Try it.
It keeps it playing though.
Just try it.
I have.
No.
Let's see.
Vision Forwards Tech Connect.
Okay, let me get out of here.
Seek backward. Pause video. Button.
There we go. Let's
Yeah,
pause
yeah,
it.
yeah, good enough.
YouTube.
Okay, there you go.
YouTube
Now,
Premium.
you do want to, I mean, we were able to listen to it, and you could still hear the screen reader, but it was a little harder to hear
Yes.
once it was going live. But, I mean, you could still hear it, though.
Yeah.
Get to that stuff, so.
I mean, kind of reminds me, this phone reminds me of the Blind Shell Classic 2 in the sense that you can do like a lot of these things, you know, that you would want to be
Yeah.
able to do with a smartphone, but it's just got a tactile interface.
Yeah.
Difference with this one being that you can download any apps from the Play Store. And hopefully it's more reliable.
Yeah, I think in many cases, the Blind Shell Classic 2, every one of their apps was configured
Yes.
or customized.
Exactly.
Where these are not. That YouTube, the calendar, those are all just straight Google apps that you're accessing.
So this one, any app is downloadable and usable, but it might not be very well optimized. Basically,
yeah, you might. And I guess you could. I think there's pros and cons to that, right? With the Blind Shell Classic 2, you know that the app is going to be compatible, but you're going to have to wait for it, and you're at the mercy of when they choose to release it. Where on the Smart Vision 3, you have access to the app as soon as it's out.
Yep.
But you don't know, but it's not 100% that it's compatible.
Yeah,
So,
which actually makes it kind of weird because it's like it's designed maybe for people who aren't so good with smartphones, but then it kind of gives you all the possibilities of a smartphone.
It's almost sort of like a mid-tier phone, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's for somebody, I think it could be great for somebody who is comfortable with the concepts of a phone, but either can't do gestures.
Exactly, yeah.
Or somebody who's really good with a phone, but just is like, you know what, sometimes I don't want to deal with a touch screen.
Yeah.
And being able to do both is kind of nice,
Yeah.
depending on what you're doing.
Seems like a pretty decent piece of kit to me. Jonathan?
We have a comment from the chat.
Yes.
Adrian Stewart wants to know if you can use the Smart Vision 3 to have a phone call with more than just one person. Can you actually do group calling?
I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, so you'll be able to do a conference call again because it's using the Android phone
Exactly.
app. So that is something that Android phone app allows you to do. So you would be able to do the same with this device too. Now, one other really quick thing kind of around that too to remember, The one other upside to this phone is any of those phone trees, you've got a physical keypad for dialing 1, 2, 3, because that is really, even for advanced touchscreen users, dialing phone trees can be a real pain sometimes. So
yeah, that's actually a fantastic point, because I have a client at the moment who's struggling with that very thing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was Smart Vision 3 Part 2.
Yeah.
There will not be a Part 3.
There'll be a 2.5, because I will get something out for Alexa.
Okay.
It may be, I'm sorry, is it, no, who?
Adrian.
Adrian, really quickly, if you've got time, is a voice-only recording okay? An audio-only recording okay, or would you prefer video? On a little quick description of the Alexa app. If it's audio-only, that would make life easier for me, but if you want video, that's totally fine.
Don't make life easy for Corey.
Don't say video just to make my life harder.
All right, well, thank you everybody for joining us. Hope you like the Smart Vision 3. We think it's pretty decent. Now, we don't have long-term data on reliability, so that'll be the only
Which is why we're not carrying it just yet.
Yes.
We liked the Blind Shell Classic too, but we just had a lot of issues with quality control, and we don't want to sell stuff to people that we don't know for sure is good quality. So hello, phone, it's like I'm good quality. Sell me.
We were talking about it, but yeah, thank you for joining us on the show. There will be more shows. Yes,
there will. Audio's okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Adrian. So 2 weeks' time we'll be back, and it's almost the holidays, Corey. Can you believe it?
I can believe it.
I can't believe it. Time goes so by fast.
So by fast.
So yeah, but there will be a show in 2 weeks' time. What it's about, I'm not sure yet. Did we think about it?
We don't have one just yet.
Okay.
Oh, you know what I did, but now I can't think of what it was.
Okay.
But anyways,
we'll
be surprised.
Yes, emails will be sent out with the show reminder. Don't forget, next Thursday is our produced video release, and this video, Corey, will be on the Optaro.
Yes.
This is a new electronic magnification device, and it is going to be using your smartphone. So it's iPhone. I think it's only iPhone compatible.
Only iPhone, yeah.
Corey, iPhone what and up? Just
12 and
quiz. Up. Okay, yes. iPhone 12 and up. You can use your own phone and turn it into an electronic magnifier. And
it's kind of cool. Take a look at it.
It's kind of interesting, yeah. So check that out next Thursday.
Do us a favor, too, if you are watching our produced videos. We're trying something new for the next few months. We're releasing 2 versions, Deep Dive, which is much longer, getting into more detail, and a Fast Facts, which is more abbreviated. Throw in the comments if you watch those videos, which one you appreciate, which one you like more in particular, and maybe why.
Yes.
We're just gathering some data, trying to figure out what kind of videos people want to see, especially lengthwise.
Yeah, we want to know what the people want, so let us know. That would be really handy. Next Thursday, Jonathan, I'm guessing 3 o'clock probably release time. Yep, 3 p.m. release time on that video, and we'll be back for this show in 2 weeks' time. Until then, stay safe, stay warm, and stay tech connected.
The window's still open.
I know.
We didn't compromise.
I guess you win. See you next time.
Thanks for joining us for another Tech Connect Live. If you enjoyed Corey and Luke's antics, be sure to join us next time. For all things Tech Connect, go to vision-forward.org/techconnect.